Hello students, today that you are looking at the board, that is, I am going to teach you the new clause, that is conditional clause in terms of the grammar. So in grammar, in your textbook, I have explained phrase, clause, and the next, this is also indicated in the textbook of grammar, that is the conditional clause. So the term condition, that it has become conditional. So that we have to put the condition, like if you give me the book, I shall give you a copy. So condition, that unless you give the book, I will not give you the copy. So condition is there. So either you say the conditional clause or the conditional sentences. So in case of these conditional sentences, always you will meet two sentences. One is principal clause and the second one if clause, that is if sentences. Always you will meet two sentences in case of the conditional clause. One will be from the principal clause and another will be related to the conditional clause that you have to use if over there. And now see that the synonyms of the if. So instead of if, what are those words that we can write? That is when, in case, provided, until, unless, otherwise, else, or lest, L-S-T. So we will also let you know that how to use these all the words instead of the if. That sentence wise that I shall also explain to you. And now there are four kinds of conditional clause which I have written. Four kinds of conditional clause. So what are those? That also we are going to learn about it. So number one, zero that is number one, zero conditional. So what is that, the zero conditional? I am writing a note. If the concept of universal truth both the sentences are written in the form of simple present tense. One example, if water freezes, it changes into X. Now see, what is zero conditional? Zero, as I told you that in conditional clause always there will be the two sentences. So once again, meanwhile actually supply had gone off so that I was disturbed, but again that I am telling you. I am telling you that conditional clause will have always two sentences. One sentence will be of principal clause and the second sentence will be of the conditional clause. So here the number one, the kinds of the conditional sentence, number one, it is known as zero conditional. I have given you a small note. What is that? If the concept is of universal truth, so both the sentences, that is one principal clause and the conditional clause, both the sentences are written in the form of simple present tense. One example. If water freezes, it changes into ice. Isn't this sentence is from the universal truth? Yes, it is universal truth. So if water freezes, this is the V5, and you know that V5 is used in case of the simple present tense. Then after the next sentence, it changes into ice. So here changes, that is the whole form, that is V5 is used. It changes into ice. So universal truth sentences are always written in the form of the simple present tense. So I have applied the word if over here. Instead of if, the other synonym also can be used. As I have told you, that I have shown you, when, in case, provided, until, unless, otherwise, else, or, lest. So instead of this if, we can use the another synonym also, like when. When water freezes, it changes into ice. Now in case water freezes, it changes into ice. The word provided water freezes, it changes into ice. So three synonyms instead of if that we can use over here. That is when, in case, and provided. Now the sentence can be written in reciprocal manner also. Like water, from here that you can start for the word it, that is water. It has come for the water. Water changes into ice if it freezes. Likewise, that the sentence also can be written. Now, in case of that is called the when. So when, here that water freezes when it changes into ice. So likewise, that the sentence also can be written in both forms, in the reciprocal manner. So this was actually that the condition number one, which is known as zero conditional. And that zero conditional, that always the concept of the sentence will be of the universal truth. Now second sentence. Combination of simple present and simple future. Combination of simple present and simple future. So, two sentences. I always told you that conditional sentence will have the two sentences. So, one sentence will be from the simple present and another sentence will be of simple future. Now, sentence. If you come, I shall go. Conditional clause. If you come, I shall go. So if you come, this is from simple present, and I shall go, this is simple future. So term like that also can be written in reciprocal manner. I shall go if you come. Even the word on behalf of if, when also can be applied. I shall go when you come. I shall go in case you come. I shall go provided you come. Now, usage of until and unless. The word until or unless, it has a negative sense. That is the negative meaning. Already the word not is hidden in case of, that is the word that is known as, the word is until and unless. If we apply the word until or unless there into that particular sentence, not is not written. The word not is not written. Now one example. Until or unless, anyone can use it. He invites me. I will not attend the party until unless he invites me. This is simple present tense. I will not attend the party. This is simple future tense. Already the word not is hidden in this word. So that I have not written the word not over here. So in this sentence also can be written in reciprocal manner, like I will not attend the party unless he invites me. Like this, that the sentence also can be written. Now the usage of, that is otherwise, else or lest. These four words that were used in a particular sentence. So this actually, otherwise, else, or lest, by using these words in a sentence, one will be from imperative sentence, other will be in simple future tense. Now the example. Now the word imperative words. Hurry up. Otherwise, or else, you will miss the train. The word hurry up, this is an imperative sentence. What are those imperative sentences are the examples? Go there, come soon, keep quiet, work hard for the exam, get up in the morning. These all actually from the imperative sentence. The same like that, hurry up. This is also a sentence. This is an imperative sentence. Hurry up. Either you may use otherwise, or else. Out of these three words, any word that you can use, you will miss the train. So that is from the simple future. But you cannot write in reciprocal manner. Like you will, otherwise you will miss the train. Hurry up. No, this sentence is wrong. Imperative sentence that cannot be written in reciprocal manner. So that the correct sentence, hurry up, otherwise, or hurry up, or hurry up, else you will miss the train. So that complete usage of all the synonyms that I explained to you. That's how to use instead of the with if over there. Now the second one, which I have already told you, that is combination of simple present and simple future. Now the third conditional clause. That is number third. That is known as simple past. One sentence will be from simple past tense, and the second sentence will be of the subject would, could, might, and then after V1. After using the models, always V1 to be used. First sentence will be of simple past. What is formula? Subject, V2, object. This is the tense. So first sentence will be from simple past, and the next sentence will be the pattern of these structure. That is subject plus would, might, and plus V1. Any model from these three that you can choose. You need not to get any confusion. If you want to choose might, write might. If you want to choose could, write could. If you want to choose would, you may write would also. Any models from these three that you can choose. No getting any confusing. So this actually simple part, that condition number 3, which is known as hypothetical sentence. Hypothetical sentence. So what do you mean by hypothetical? Hypothetical, it is that is called imaginary sentence. You can imagine. That is called the unreal sentence. So this is actually, this sentence is hypothetical sentence. That is imaginary sentence. You can imagine over there. So I want to tell you one more thing which is very important. If you want to use the word be as the verb, so be is actually, its meaning is to become. Be means to become. So there are some certain words that which originate from the word be, which is known as is, are, am, was, were, be. These words originate from the actual word be. This is a word, this is an action word, which I am giving you the extra knowledge for this. And that we use in terms of that simple past, that is hypothetical sentence. So, is, are, am is the V1. Was, were is V2. They is V4. And the word be, that is V3. So instead of be, that we may use over here. And because of that, we are using simple past. And simple past, that always V2 is used. So we may use was or were in case of the simple past tense. If the word is be made, that is to become. So for example, which is not the real sentence, unreal sentence, like यदि मैं देश का प्रधानमंत्री होता तो मैं गरीबी दूर करता. This is an unreal sentence. That at present I am not the PM of the country and I cannot eradicate the poverty. Another sentence in Hindi, यदि मैं चिड़िया होता तो दिन रात होता. So at present I am not a bird and I cannot fly day and night. But this is hypothetical. That is imagined. You are imagining. That is called the hypothetical sentence. And the word hota, so that is actually known as the be. And for be, we may use was or were as the V2 for simple past tense. This is one example. Like if I were a bird, remember, in case of hypothetical sentence, whatever that the subject is, whether it is I, we, you, he, she, it, or Ram, Gopal, Shyam, or Sita, Gita, Rita, whatever it is, the subject is this, and we are using the terms of be over there. So always that the word W-E-R-E word should be written. If you are writing was, then it will be a wrong sentence. You know very well that along with I, was is used. But in case of this hypothetical sentence, which is known as unreal sentence, so that we always use the word as we do. So this is actually from the simple past tense. If I were a bird. This is first sentence, and the next sentence will be upon this structure. Subject is I. Now from could, might, any model that you can use, say for an example could. Then V1, that is fly. And then after, day and night. So now the sentence formation. If I were a bird, यदि मैं चिड़िया होता, I could fly day and night. मैं दिन रात में होता. This is word for be over here. So do you think that the word is only that of the two? No. There are many more that action words, like go, went, write, wrote, visit, visited. So there are many more. So along with those action words in terms of subject, verb, object, that also we can write. So for example, यदि मैं आगरा जाता तो ताजमहल देखता. So this sentence also can be written in terms of the simple past. Now this sentence also can be written in reciprocal manner. You may start from here. I could fly day and night if I were a bird. Now another sentence with the another action word, which also that you can see. If I went to Agra, this is simple past, subject, V2, so that is from the simple past. If I went to Agra, now the next sentence. The word I, that is subject, and would, might. Say I am using another model, that is would. I would, then after V1. Visit, that is V1. Visited, that is what? Visit, that is V1. After using models, always V1 to be used. I would visit the Taj Mahal. So one sentence. If I went to Agra, I would visit the Taj Mahal. This sentence also can be written in reciprocal manner. You may start from this. I would visit the Taj Mahal if I went to Agra. In both terms that the sentence can be written. So this is called as the third conditional sentence, that is simple past. So one sentence will be from simple past and another sentence will be written on the structure of the formula. Likewise, that is the third sentence. So remember, the word condition number 3 and condition number 4, these two sentences are hypothetical sentences, but in different structure that it is used as. And these are actually condition number 3 and condition number 4. These two sentences are unreal sentences. So condition number 4, past perfect. First sentence will become past perfect, and this is the structure: subject, had plus V. Now another sentence, what is the structure? First subject, then after would, could, might. So any of the models that you can use. Then after have. If we use past perfect, then after using the models, the word have can be written. No has, only have should be written. And afterwards, that is V3. So one sentence can be formed over here. If, now past perfect tense, I had gone to station, I might have bought the train. If I had gone to station, this is past perfect tense. And another sentence, subject is I have chosen one model, that is for might, then the word have, then after V3, so catch is V1 and its V3 is caught. So that is V3, caught the train. So full sentence, if I had gone to station, I might have caught the train. The sentence can be written in reciprocal manner also. So you may start from here. I might have caught the train if I had gone to station. Likewise, that sentence also can be written. Now, यदि मैं चिड़िया होता तो दिन रात उड़ता, which I explained to you in terms of the simple past tense. This also can be written in past perfect tense. If I had been a bird, I would have flown day and night. This sentence actually beforehand I explained to you in terms of simple past. What I have written in the sentence, if I were a word. But that sentence also can be written in terms of the past perfect. So first, past perfect, subject plus had plus V3. So word be, this V3 is being over here. So being I have written. If I had been a word. Now next sentence, subject plus models. Any of the models you may choose, would, could, might. So here I have chosen would. Then after writing the models, have. Then after V3, the word fly is the V1 and its V3 will be flown, F-L-O-W-N, flown, day and night. This also can be written in reciprocal manner. You may start from here. I would have flown day and night if I had been a bird. So this sentence also can be written in reciprocal manner in terms of the past perfect tense. So to make the exercise, what else that you have to do? That either of the one sentences, you will be given the clue, hint, and by catching the hint, you have to understand that in which tense that it has been given. And the next sentence, the next structure that you can write. Say, for example, if I had gone to station, I catch the train. So here that one hint you have been given, and another one that into the bracket that you have been given. So if I had gone to station, this is your hint, and you have to understand that this sentence belongs to the which tense. So here that you are looking, had gone, that is had plus V3, this is from past perfect. Now the next one, the next structure, I have given you subject plus models, would, should, whatever it is, and afterwards that have and V3. So the sentence can be written here. This thing that you need not to change, it will remain the same. Only that the bracket words that it can be changed. If I had gone to station, I might have caught the train. So instead of this catch, I have written in this form. You also have to make the same exercise, because this sentence is from past perfect. Now the next sentence, which I have given you the structure, and according to the structure that you can change from the bracket word. So if I had gone to station, the next sentence will be subject plus would, could, might plus have plus V3. So I might have, and this is V3 caught, I might have caught the train. So this is way of making the exercise for the conditional clause or the conditional sentence. Thank you.